Hi and welcome to Zoom. I'm Rick from Zoom UK, but we also look after other brands in the UK, and one of them you're hearing today is KHDK. And what you just heard Stuart playing then was the KHDK Scuzz Box, which I think is probably one of my, just that tone that I really want. I mean, as you heard that, it's got that compression. It just sounds, you just want to play it.
It's a really nasty.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking earlier and we were saying, there's a guy we both know, a slide player out there called Eric Sardines, and he has this great tone, and I can imagine if you put a slide on this.
It's going to, yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to kill you. So I think one thing that I would like to sort of talk about with the KHDK line is, yes, Kirk Hammett is behind this, so it's Kirk Hammett and David Caron, and do not think of it as the Metallica line of pedals. It isn't that. These are pedals designed by a company in Europe and they're manufactured in the US. And if you think about where the level is, you're looking at companies like Wampler, Full Tone, other companies like that, you know, Keeley. That level is where we're at with quality of product. Zvex, another one, you know, sort of comparable. So what we've got in the lineup is the number 1 clean boost. The number 2 clean boost, the number 1 overdrive, the number 2 clean boost, the Ghoul Screamer, which is the signature sort of tube screamer-ish pedal that Kirk's been using, the Scuzz Box, which you heard at the start, and the new Dark Blood. The Dark Blood was sort of developed between Salvation Modification, or Salvation Audio, I think it is, and Kirk, and this was used on a lot of the Metallica albums. So, but I think don't get the wrong idea, these pedals sound, you know, really amp-like. So we're going to do a quick sort of run through so you can hear. So basically what you've got at the moment is this is our clean tone. So nothing fancy going on here. And so if we actually use the number 2 clean boost, we can hear how it affects this sort of clean amp tone.
It's just giving a nice push.
Yeah, so it's just pushing that amp just a bit. You know, if you don't need to use it, you can use it. I mean, the applications here are pretty wide. You could use it from country players to jazz players to whatever. It's not a specific thing. We can just crank that a little bit, so, and turn the gear down a little. And it just makes that amp sort of just clip over. Obviously, if you want a driven tone.
To be fair, if you dig in it, well...
Yeah, it'll just drive a little bit more. So we also have a low setting on there as well. So low and high setting. So low just to, you know, a nice clean boost if you want it. A bit higher to sort of drive that amp, just push the front end of the amp. So second pedal here is the number 1 overdrive. And it looks pretty sort of like spectacular, but sounds absolutely brilliant.
We go next single coil. It has a lot of gain.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, you can actually set it, there's a lower setting, so a little bit less in there.
Is that altering the voicing at all on the pedal?
Not sure if it alters the voice in it, but it's certainly, I mean, between the high and the low there, you can see there's
huge difference.
Yeah. But if you're more of that bluesy sort of player, it's a great pedal. So it's not as straight as we did on the first thing. With third pedal here is the Ghoul Screamer. This is, I think, something where actually Kirk started. He found this pedal in Europe, and then it all sort of started. He was really interested in these guys who were doing a mod, and this is what was developed. And so what you've got here, as you can see, is we've got the drive, we've got volume, we've got tone, and we've also got these dip switches, so they add little different elements to the actual sound. So So Stuart just play a little bit. We'll add things as we go along and see, so you can hear the basic differences.
So is this where we are at basic tube screamer?
Basic straight edge tube screamer is this. So that's just a straight edge tube screamer, yeah. But if we add the sort of highs to that and some body, usually, and a bass switch in there.
Oh, bass.
I also switched in the compression there as well, so you've actually got 3 types of compression, 2, 3, and there's a here.
More compression?
Yeah, different. Just differences in the texture of them.
Much brighter.
And if we were just going to jump up here, just a bit. So I think with this pedal, what you can hear is it's sort of like the ultimate modded tube screamer. Is every little element you can tweak into here. So whether you are playing straight rock or you're actually a 7-string player, you can add elements to this pedal just to kick your amp or that drive a little bit further.
Well, that's the one thing. In most pro boards, you always have 2 or 3 modded tube screamer.
Yes, you do. Whether it's a Keeley one or whether it's somebody's version of a tube screamer. Tube screamer is one of the iconic pedals, of course. So yeah, great box. Scuzz Box we heard before, but we're going to just take you a little bit further with Scuzz Box because there is another element to Scuzz Box. What we also have in here is a switchable buffer, and we've actually got Fuzz and Scuzz. So 2 very different sounding fuzz. So we'll hear the Fuzz first, which is the first tone we heard Stuart playing with.
Stuck with the same.
Yeah, it's just got that bottom end, which is like. What you got to emphasise here is, let's hear the clean amp again. It's just like, this pedal can just turn your amp into a monster. And so we're going to use to Scuzz, so Scuzz is even wilder. So we're going to get some more actually gating on this. So.
Stick with the same riff. Squashing roar.
Oh yeah.
Stay on it.
Yeah. That pedal is just voiced fantastically. It's just like, you go, I mean, that's the tone I want to play with.
Yeah.
For me. But
I've got to say, as far as fuzz pedals go, it's difficult to sometimes get them to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That just works.
It's like you try a fuzz plan, you go, and it either sounds really limp,
Yeah.
or it's just uncontrollable and there's no definition to it. With this, it's just like it all comes through and it sounds like you've got your amp driven to the ultimate and the speakers are breaking up and everything. It's just got that sort of like totally overloaded tone,
perfect.
which is brilliant. So onto the Dark Blood. As I said, the Dark Blood was developed with Kirk, and this is what's been heard on the last Metallica album. There's a lot of tweaking in this, and the way the tone controls interact with the pedal itself and the distortion chain where they're actually placed. There's a lot of differences. So let's just hear that. Yeah. Just great sound. We actually have a gain because there's that much drive going in that pedal that you can get quite noisy, like any gain stage is going to do. But
Now this pedal has MOSFET technology,
yeah, it does. Yeah.
and it's still analog.
Yeah.
Probably one of the reasons it sounds so amp-like.
Yeah, I think that the thing with all the pedals is they've got that amp-like character to them, and they just sound fantastic. So all these pedals are available from Scan. So from myself and Stuart, thanks for listening, and speak to you soon.
Goodbye.